is the Big O Show. This 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 is the Big O Show.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive a new 2025 RDX, $419 a month during our 17th anniversary sale.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house!
Get out of the house! Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Take $10,000 off a 2025 Acura MDX during our 17th anniversary sale.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Beef Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's #1 volume Subaru retailer.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive a new Acura ZDX, $439 a month during our 17th anniversary sale.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at Caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
Friends, Romans, and countrymen, epic deals await you at Toyota of Hollywood. You don't have to battle to get discounts of up to $4,500. Your chariot awaits. A Toyota Corolla, not $24,000, $19,988. Step into our arena where everyone is victorious at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
Good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome aboard. We're coming to you live, of course, from Toyota of Hollywood. We do it every month, the second Wednesday of the month, and today is the second Wednesday of the month, and that's why we're here. Herbie Lopez and company running the show. We'll be out here for a couple of hours having some fun, talking some sports. Got some stuff to talk about. We'll get to all of it throughout. Got plenty of Dolphins talk, of course, which unfortunately we got to address it. Got all kinds of stuff. How you doing, Mr. Sean Stanley? You doing all right?
I am fantamonious.
You're doing good? All right. I like that. I like it. I like it. We, by the way, are Big E Strong on the show. Sean and I have got our wristbands, so we're with you, Big E, all the way, my brother. We're gonna get through this, and we're with you all the way, man. We'll be we're in that fight with you the same way, man, and you'll come through, my man. You'll come through. Unlike the Dolphins, you will come through. You know, so if you can, also, by the way, I don't know if we have something to kind of promote the Sports Babe link so people can kind of find out.
I'll grab and make one today.
Yeah, grab and make one so we can promote it for them, and people can get their own, because Ian deserves our support. It doesn't get better than him as a human being, man. So, you know, we need Ian around for a long, long time. So let's hope he's able to make it through this thing, and hopefully with a little help, some prayers, some hope, some love, he'll be able to make it through. And that's what we want. That's what we all need. So stay Big E Strong out there. All right. All right. What do we got? We got some stuff to talk about today on the show. We are here at Toyota of Hollywood. So if you are anywhere near at 1841 North State Road 7, come on by and say hi. I am in 2026. I'm going to get a new vehicle. I don't know what it is. And Mr. Zinn is making it really difficult for me. Really difficult in 2026. I don't know what my wife is going to do. I have no idea. No idea. She's had her RDX forever, so I don't know if she's had Toyotas before. So she's had Acuras and Toyotas. So I don't know what she's going to get, and neither do I. But I am getting an SUV. Just don't know yet if it's going to be a Toyota, an Acura, a Subaru. You know, especially a Trail Seeker when that thing comes out. Whew. Wow, that thing is nasty, but man, every time I walk in here, right, 4Runner and just the Tundra is ridiculous, dude. There are some Tundras here. I have my neighbor across the street has this Tundra that I would have never ever even thought of the color to buy it. It's like a grayish green. You know what I'm talking about? Like a light grayish green, and never seen it before. And I would think, oh, that's an ugly color. And then when I saw it like in a car, because I would have never thought about it, I saw it, and the freaking truck looks badass. The Tundra looks badass. The new Tundras are awesome, dude. I'm in love with the new Tundras. And then there's this other one. I don't know if they have it here. I don't know if it's in this country yet, because I see it on Instagram and then it blows me away. And I'm like, what the hell is this vehicle? And it's a big one. It's like a I don't know. It's a ginormous SUV. It's like nasty. So I don't know. I am really torn. I have my Camry, which I've had 3 Camrys in my lifetime. A Corolla and 3 Camrys. I've had a lot of Toyotas actually in my lifetime. So, by the way, I had a Camry hybrid. That thing was awesome, bro. That thing was awesome. Anyway, so we are here at Toyota of Hollywood. Don't forget, please, to smash the hell out of the like button. Por favor. Please smash. Tomorrow we will be in studio. 10 a.m. And then Friday we'll be at Acura of Pembroke Pines at 10 a.m. also. So the next 2 shows will be at the average time that we're at 10 a.m. We'll be on there. Yes, dude, the Crown is awesome too.
That's another one that they have here. I've seen the Crown. The Crown is, there's a couple of Crowns around here. Well, they always have, whatever model they have a bunch of them usually, except like maybe they're not going to have 50 Supras. They'll have a few Supras, a couple Supras. Not everybody has a bunch of Supras, but some dealerships don't have any Supras. These guys always have Supras, which is really amazing. No, it really is like a mall here, pretty much. The amount of traffic that there is here, I've never. Yeah, it is. It is. It is the Oasis. Yeah, the Toyota Hollywood Bazaar. That's what we got going on this month. It's amazing how they dress it up every month, dude. And they do a great job. I got to tell you. It's a lot of balloons every single month. Anyway, so a lot of stuff going on. Appreciate all of you out there. Don't forget, you can also make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. You can make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Solana donation, because Venmo has kind of opened it up. Why don't they add Avalanche, huh? I'm a big Avalanche guy. By the way, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened there, bro, but since I got my Avalanche hat, Avalanche just went like on a tear, and we're at $28.66. So the amazing part with Avalanche was it failed to cross $27 4 different times for several months. It would get like to $26 and something, and then it would fail. Boom, 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 boom. And then this morning, it finally busted through $27, and now it's through 28. And I'm crediting it all to me getting my new Avalanche hat. Right? I mean, really, seriously. I mean, is there any, right? I mean, I get the hat. I bring it on the show yesterday, and it busts through the resistance that it couldn't through 4 times. The 5th time was the magic time. It's really, it's not that Deloitte or that Citibank or that JP Morgan are using Avalanche. No, that they've moved their payment businesses to the Avalanche blockchain. No, it can't be. It can't be that MasterCard and Visa are adjusting so people can start paying through stable coins through, the blockchain, and they're using Avalanche. I don't think it could be that. I don't think. Maybe it's Bitwise. They started an Avalanche ETF. Maybe it's FIFA. They moved their subnet over to Avalanche. FIFA. You ever heard of FIFA? It might be. It's like a FIFA full fum. Yes. Well, there you go. But FIFA happens to be like a slightly large soccer entity. Yeah. AWS. You ever heard of that? Amazon Web Services. They're on Avalanche. Toyota. Have you heard of Toyota? Oh, we're at Toyota Hollywood. They cut a deal with Toyota, and their robo-taxis will be on the blockchain of Avalanche. I don't, I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. I'm just telling you, don't ever listen to me, because, I mean, it's not like I wasn't telling you about Avalanche when it was $10. So, and I told you we're going to 100. I'm not backing down. And we'll go to more than that, in the long term. But in this bull run, I bet you we 4x, well, almost 4x from here. So, not that I'm a financial advisor. I don't know anything whatsoever. Don't ever listen to me. Ever. Okay? Do your own homework. All right? Anyway, let's by the way, let me just go into crypto with our R&M Contractors crypto segment. Might as well, since we love that Avalanche is busting out, and some of you out there that got on it with me, that I was telling you about Avalanche when we were all the way down to $10. We are about to go 3x. Pretty close. We're getting close. Anyway, Bitcoin flirting around with 114, which is a beautiful thing. Where is it at right now? Let's see. Let's see where the coiner is at. Where's the Bitcoiner at? It is at 113,794. So it's been at 114, 114.1, high 113. So it is up now. That is nice to see. Wholesale prices fell to 0.1%, which is huge. So less inflation. We'll see how long that lasts, but that also gives Powell a reason to start to cut rates. With the job losses that we've had, he can cut rates because of the job losses, and he can use that for now. Inflation will probably creep back badly, but hey, we'll take what we can take right now. MetaPlanet raises another $1.4 billion to buy Bitcoin. I don't know, whatever. BlackRock will roll out a Bitcoin ETF in the UK in October. Okay. Money market funds, their assets are now at a record $7.3 trillion. When these rates start going down and start cutting rates over the next couple of months, that money will start moving into assets like Bitcoin, like gold, like whatever it is, Avalanche, whatever that they want to put their money in, because they've got the money will die where it's at. So they've got to put it somewhere where it's going to grow. Assets will grow, money will die, and they know that. So 7.3 trillion, there's going to be an injection into the market, stocks, gold, Bitcoin, etc., Ethereum, you name it, all of that. The Ontario Pension Fund, they're like in Canada. They're $112 billion pension fund. Well, they just bought $31 million of MicroStrategy's Bitcoin shares. Pension funds. Okay. And Franklin Templeton, they only manage 1.6 trillion. That's all they manage, just 1.6 trillion. Well, they've partnered with Binance to expand their Bitcoin and crypto services. So Franklin Templeton and Binance, because they'll use their blockchain and all that, and they're expanding now their Bitcoin and crypto services for their clients because they manage 1.6 trillion. I don't know. I can only lead the horse to water. It's up to the horse to taste the water. You know what I'm saying? R&M Contractors, we love Ray and Mike, big crypto guys, but at the same time, big into remodeling your home or your condo, kitchen upgrades, full remodel, waterproofing your terrace, your balcony, flood test reports. All these things are so important. And by the way, it helps your insurance. It lowers your insurance prices, your premium. Isn't that nice? So all these kind of things you want to make sure you have. You want to have impact windows, they can take care of that. Impact doors, they can take care of that. Waterproofing, they can take care of that. The flood test report, they can take care of that and lower your insurance premium and protect your home, protect your condo. What a concept. Call Ray, Mike. They do great work. If you want to see how exceptional their work is, go to the Instagram page, RMC Fisher Island. That's RMC Fisher Island. And ask for Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. There you go. All right. What do we have here going on in the world of sports and fun? Let's see what we got. Corso, I see a super chat. Remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. Corso says on the super chat, thank you, sir. He says, morning, please give me a silver lining to all this BS. I know I'm relatively young, but man, I'm tired, bro. Corso, one of the things that I'm proud of this show is that we treat you guys like adults. And we'll give you tough love, too, at times. We'll tell you, hey, you're an idiot for thinking this. You're a bobo. Get back on the right track, but it's tough love. Nothing personal. It's all tough love. But we don't play with your emotions. oh, guys, this is only a speed bump. And that, of course, I told you all off season, this was not good. This was not good. There's a piece that Sean posted of a rant that I did a while back. And it talks about how I showed so many examples of there was no urgency the entire offseason to compete. At no point were they putting together a roster that told you they were ready to compete for a playoff. That's media members and fans creating something out of nothing. And there was nothing there for you to think that. And so I'm not going to bullshit you and then lie to you like, former players that want to do this job and they want, it's only one game or, and that's what a former player and a newbie at this will do. I've been at this for a long, long time, man. I can't lie to people. That's just not who I am. I'm not going to tell you bullshit about our teams. And I've been gung-ho about the Canes and not the Dolphins. And there's a reason why. I see one with growth. Like I saw Mario Cristobal last year not get in the way of his coordinator and his quarterback. That was unheard of in his being. I was really proud of Mario for that. Okay, did the kid get in some make some mistakes because he makes some crazy throws? Yeah, but then he got you out of a bunch of shit too. Then you wouldn't have won as many games if you didn't have Cam Ward. So he allowed Cam Ward to be Cam Ward, even though he had a really screwed up situation with his defense and everything. I saw a lot of maturity in that. And when you guys called them kind of like conservative the first week, I understood, but I disagreed because at that moment, that's what was called for. Your defense was playing well. You had balance that you did not have the year before. So you can roll with what you had and it worked and it was fine. And that offense wasn't at a point that you can just take those kind of chances either. You thinking that you have the Cam Ward offense, but you don't have the Cam Ward offense there yet. It'll get there eventually because this offense is going to be really good, but we've got to take, piecemeal approach to it. Let's put it that way. And they have. And so far, I like the direction that Mario has got the team going because of the foundation. They're physical inside. The Dolphins are not physical on both sides of the ball at the line of scrimmage. Okay, we can fantasize about how good the front seven can be. Are they that yet? Have they proven that yet? No, not even close. But so many in the media, so many as fans, we already had the front seven like, oh, they have potential, but they haven't proven shit. Plus, they have no secondary. And it's really easy to attack a team with no secondary because you're going to be able to get open short, intermediate, and deep because they're not going to be good covering the ball, period. Short, intermediate, or deep. So if they get some blocking, they're going to get you deep. If you're trying to rush them quick, they're going to get off quick passes. And they're going to burn you. So, to me, I never saw a silver lining in this season anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that on this show. I've never done that on this show. And that's one thing. You may not like what I got to say, okay? You may disagree with what I got to say, but I'm not doing it for shtick or clicks. Okay? We got plenty of people that have shtick on the radio all the time. Not writers. Writers do it for clicks. Radio people do it for shtick. And they play the fan thing. And, oh, I'm hurting too. Oh, but we'll get them this week. And, and they kind of try to build you up and all that. And they want to play the harmless game where they don't really want to go after anybody and kind of stay neutral and all that. And that's fine and good if you want to play that game. And you got to, and most of them they can't afford to do what I do. Anyways, they can't afford to really be truthful because they won't last long on the air. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't do that. I'm not going to do some shtick. That's what they live off of. They can't even be themselves. I can't do that. I've seen that for years. That's not who I am. You know, I can't do that, Corso. So when they draft Vontae Davis in the middle of everything, and they say, "Do you like the pick?" I go, "Yeah, he can play, but he has maturity issues," and I get booed. That's just the way it goes, dude. I'm just not gonna do that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass, and that's just the way this show rolls. So you may not like what you hear about the Dolphins. You're gonna love what you hear about the Canes. You're gonna love what you hear about the Florida Panthers here. But 5 years ago, 6 years ago, you didn't like what we were hearing from the Florida Panthers. That they were soft. That was maybe 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago it was. That's because we call it like we see it. We just have to stick with that. It's not popular. It's never been popular. I don't look to be popular. I don't need to be popular. I don't care about being popular. My style will never be popular. Honesty is never popular. People want to be lied to. They want to go to an echo chamber. And, like I told you, I laughed when I was in the car last week and I heard a host say, what are you going to do? Start off the season negative? Yeah. You call it like it is. If it's positive, it's positive. If it's neutral, like I don't know, fine. But if you think it's negative, then say it. People will respect you they may not like it at the beginning, but later on they're going to respect. They're going to go, well, hey man, at least he was honest. And guess what? It's exactly what happened. I get it, dude. The harmless fan on the air is never, it's harmless. You could do your show every day and never criticize anybody and feel bad and play that little fan role, and you'll never piss off any team. You'll never piss off any player or anything like that. Or you can be honest and call shit like it is, and guess what? It ain't going to be popular. But people are still secretly go back and they'll listen and they'll go, oh, well, yeah, let me hear what actual like reality is. And that's what we're going to give you. That's what I have lived on. Not popular. And I know it. And I'm the guy that is the asshole. And that's fine. I'm fine living like the asshole. I'm good. But guess what? I'm more right than all those people combined about the Dolphins, about the Panthers, about the Marlins, about the Heat, about Inter Miami. I'm not afraid to be honest. You know what I mean? So my batting average is so much higher than everybody else's. Why? No shtick. Not doing it for clicks. Let me write what's going to get a rise. No, dude. No, I'm not going to do that. I may just tell you something that's boring, but it's at least brutally honest. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of the way I roll. So I appreciate you listening, supporting for years now, Corso. Thank you very much, my friend. And thank you for your generosity on the super chat. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Well, I'll give him some silver lining if he wants some silver lining. We might get to see what Larry Borum and Keon Smith got this week.
Oh, I thought you were going to say.
I will get Smith.
I thought you were going to say we get Anthony Weaver when it's all said and done.
No,
so
that too. But
we might find out if we we have a real coach maybe in the hiding.
I just don't know how you can find any silver lining when there's so much debacle going on.
No, but the Weaver thing I just thought of.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I got to say.
But you said that already. I mean, you said,
I know. I've said that I said that months ago that this is where we're going. Yeah. He'll get fired, and we're going to get Weaver. You know what I'm saying? But I got to say this. There's a little bit. At least I got a little excitement for Weaver. I like him. Maybe he's a guy who can really manage. If you get the right assistants, then you can just manage the team and manage the media, and manage the players individually, and all those kind of things. I think he would be a great CEO. He just looks like he has CEO quality to him. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Does McDaniel look to you like CEO quality? No. And that's what you have to be as a head coach. Mario I don't want him coaching. I want him managing. I want his assistant coaches coaching. And last year he allowed his offensive coordinator and his quarterback to do some shit out there. And he got out of the way. And his defensive coordinator, he didn't have one. And he's not a defensive coordinator, so you were, up the creek without the paddle. Now it looks like he got a defensive coordinator. So now he doesn't have to worry about the defense. And if he has the offensive coordinator along with the quarterback, he doesn't really have to worry about that. And he doesn't have to make real crucial decisions. He can make a couple of general ones and then move on and delegate. That's where your best head coaches are at. The Andy Reids of the world, those people are freakish, that they're running the team and they're running the offense. That's just too much. And then Scatterbrain here, he's not a head coach. He's not even an offensive coordinator, and he's both. Get the hell out of here, bro. How am I going to give you a light at the end of the tunnel when I know that guy's not suited for either job, and he's got both?
And he says he's the best option
right.
with what's on the team.
Right. So then he just shits on everybody else by saying that too, by the way, which kind of pisses you off if you're a coach. Because really what you should say is, we've got a lot of guys that are qualified. We got a couple guys here that could easily do the job. But this is why I worked my way to be in this position, because I love to do this and I have a passion to do this, and I feel I can be great at this for this franchise. And that's it. But when you say, hey, I'm the best, you kind of shit on everybody else in the franchise. That was kind of but then again, it's just, he's a guy that when he answers questions, he's thinking and constructing the answer in his mind. And that's why the ums and ahs and all rights are all over the place, because he's buying himself time. And it's so horrible. So horrible. You watch Weaver come to the podium and it's composed. It is compacted, and it is impactful and delivered the message. And he has also personality. He has wit to him. And it's like this. He has more CEO in him than Mike McDaniel ever will, So that's why when I look at Mario and the Canes, I see it evolving and taking steps forward. When I look at the Dolphins, I see regression and I see steps going backwards. I don't see a coach improving. I see the same mistakes being made, and your talent level has gone down the last couple of years. Your team is not as good as it was 3 years ago, not as good as it was last year, and you are a couple of steps back already. So how am I supposed to paint a pretty picture for this? That's unfair to you guys. So then I build you up, and then it has a letdown, and then you guys are pissed at me because I built you up and told you, oh, this is going to be a fantastic season. No, dude, last couple seasons, they had a chance, but they didn't have the coach. And they didn't have some breaks with injuries also, but they didn't have the coach. Either way, he did not maximize the roster the first 3 years here. And I don't expect him with a lesser roster this year to actually get to the same point that he could barely get to the last 2 years. So, yeah, I can't do it. All right. Anthony says he's going to Duffy's on 57th for the Dolphins and the Bills. All right. Tell me how it goes, because I didn't get good reviews. They told me that the place has gone down, that it's not the same like it used to be. Chef Joey Donuts says you're not bought and paid for. Never have been. Never have been. You may disagree with it, but at least it's not bought and paid for. Or I don't broadcast scared either. I don't play the shtick game and be harmless on the air because I don't want to go after somebody. So it's all jokes and just fun and all that kind of bullshit and all that. or play the games because you don't really have the knowledge. There's a lot of different ways that they go about it on radio, but they don't really go about it the way I go about it because it would take real sports talk. They don't kind of do that anymore. Yeah.
Were you able to listen to McDaniel's press conference at all today?
No, not today. No, I don't know anything today. Oh, you got a doozy for me?
Oh, my goodness. McDaniel on tight end Darren Waller's availability for week 2.
It's okay. It's
Wait,
a fucking comedy show.
Wait for the end of this one.
It's a fucking comedy show. All right, go ahead.
This is going to be great for.
All right.
I expect to not know what to expect until later on this week.
Okay.
We may get to a point where we realize the risk is too great for the rest of the season, and we'll have to do what's best for the team.
So he's not playing again. No, I mean, they're on the hook for a couple million anyways. So they're going to keep him as long as they can try to get him healthy, to get him out on the field. But his body hasn't held up for years. You're relying on the unreliable. You read it wrong? Read it again.
No. I mean, I took it the wrong way. I took it as the risk is too great for the rest of the season.
Right.
Meaning not that they're holding his body, hoping he lasts longer.
No, they don't want to take the chance of playing, and then it could be a longer term injury. That's what I understand.
I took it as that he's not going to play at all as a Dolphin.
Oh, no. Well, that may be the case too. You may be right. No. In the end, you may be right there. But all I can tell you is he's done for this week. Like I told you, he was done last week. He's done. They just got to keep asking the same stupid question, but he's done. So he's not consistent. He's not reliable like Bitcoin, which is today 79 straight days above 100K. And today is also day number 18,867 since the Miami Dolphins lifted the Vince Lombardi trophy. So we've got 2 streaks going on that we're keeping here on the show. The streak since the Miami Dolphins lifted the Vince Lombardi trophy and Bitcoin streak above 100,000. We are 21 days away from 100. The 100-100 club. And that's easy going to happen. Like cake. What is 21 plus 10? 31. I gets to 100 days. Guess whose birthday is October 1st? On my birthday, we break the 100 mark of Bitcoin being over 100. Is that apropos or what? Huh? I mean, And remember, last year at the beginning of 2024, I told everybody it'll be at 100 by the end of the year, and it got there by November. And so we had that prediction. We nailed it. So I think it's kind of like a karma thing. Bitcoin saying, let's celebrate being 100 days over 100 on Big O's birthday. So the Bitcoin gods are, celebrating around my birthday, the centennial. It's a beautiful thing. I gotta thank the Bitcoin gods there. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. All right, what do we got here? Who's number 1? I see NorCal there. One-Eyed Jack says, Omar Kelly crushing the fans on X because we are leading the charge about what a disgrace Sunday was. Excuse me if I'm wrong, but shouldn't the fans hold the team accountable? I don't know. I didn't see Omar's thing on that at all, so I can't comment on it, but you guys have the right to rip the team. It's 45 years of sucking and not getting anything done, bro. So you guys, I can defend Chris Greer all I want. You guys right now, those of you that don't like Chris Greer and want him fired, you have all the right. Okay? You do. That's it. Stephen Ross can't get it done since he owns it. You want him to sell it. He never will, but I get it. You have that right. They're not winning right now. I get it. Tua ain't working for you. Whatever it is, you have the right to complain about anything and everything because it's not working. You're not a McDaniel fan. You have all the right because he has failed over and over and over again. Nothing is working. No one can defend anything. Okay? Bottom line. That's it. That's just the way it goes. Right now, it's just a free-for-all for all kinds of bad shit. And it's up to them. Just like it was up to the Panthers. It wasn't up to you or me or any of the criticism or whatever when they would be taking a beating and they weren't physical. Had nothing to do with you and me. And we bitched and complained, those of us that actually care. I know there's some of you now you're on the bandwagon with the Panthers, but those of us that actually followed the Panthers when they sucked and when they were soft and they would get their asses kicked and we were playing the Meow Meow Mix song here on the show. Meow 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 meow. That was the Panthers theme song here. And then they did it. They're the ones that got tough. They're the ones that started punching people in the mouth. They're the ones that started dominating people physically, and we're the ones celebrating that, hey, what we complained about, you fixed. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And what we're complaining now about the Miami Heat is that the Arisons and Riley are unwilling to make the proper changes for the Miami Heat in order to become a great franchise again. They are happy being middling, being a play-in team, not going all out and dumping what they have and creating as many first-round picks so they can turn over the roster. They're unwilling to do that. That's open and legit criticism. Why? They can prove it to us every year that they don't know what the fuck they're doing because all they are is a play-in team with the best coach in the NBA. That's some stupid shit. That's some stupid shit. That's the opposite of the Dolphins, that you gave this guy some pretty damn good talent the last couple years, and this guy couldn't coach out of a paper sack. It's the reverse. So whatever writer tells you that you don't have a right. No, you have a right to criticize Arison and Riley because they don't know what the hell they're doing right now, and the results prove it now every year. They can't produce stars. And by the way, they bullshitted you. Oh, by the way, see Corso, you go read the Herald, the Palm Beach Post, the Sun Sentinel, and every other thing that covers the Heat and all that. And they were all saying that Bam's a star. Not this guy. Not this guy. And guess who was right? Was the Heat right? Was the Sentinel right? Was the Herald right? Was the Palm Beach Post right? Was 5 Reasons right? Anybody else? Who else covers the Heat? Because they all had Bam as a star. They were all wrong. Oh, by the way, they're also wrong if any of them, I'm sure on the Tyler thing, some of them had it, some of them, I'm not sure. But Bam, they all had a star, and they were all talking him up like it's, the other stupid shit that we hear from, these Heat people. Oh, everybody wants to play with Jimmy. He'll recruit a star. Everybody wants to play with Bam. He'll recruit a star. And now they'll start with Jovic now since he was hanging out now with his fellow countrymen. Oh, no, yeah, no, he's going to bring – everybody wants to play a Jovic. Yeah, I can't, man. I can't. So you are entitled to call it like you see it. Okay? Inter Miami is a joke. The Moss brothers have made their team a complete farce. That's the facts. They spend a lot of money. They got a great player there, but they're not going to win jack the way they're constructed. Those are the facts. The facts are the Miami Heat can no longer produce stars, are no longer a legit upper echelon team in the NBA anymore. And those are the facts. And the facts are that the Miami Dolphins have been a soft-ass franchise for 45 years, and they never run the ball, and they never establish any physicality consistently on both sides of the line year in and year out. The Miami Dolphins have never been feared physically for 45 years. Those are the facts. The Marlins are cheap bastards. Those are the facts. Mike McDaniel sucks at coaching. He doesn't belong as a head coach or an offensive coordinator. Those are the facts. So any writer can tell you whatever they want. They can, maybe they don't want to be too critical too early in the season because they're afraid that the PR department will give them less access. And when they request an interview, oh, well, because that's how, certain PR departments, Dolphins, they get a little touchy. It's not fun, but call it like you see it. It's better that way. That's all. You actually, if you play a shtick the entire time, it's funny because if you're playing a shtick, then when you turn off the mic, you're a completely different person. Go ask Lisa. Go ask Pat in Asheville. Go ask Jack Roldan. Go ask Sweet Baby Ray. I don't know who else has hung out with me. That would know. Go ask them. Go ask them. No shtick here, bro. No shtick. And that's what you get a lot of in radio. And then when they get off the air, they hate you guys. They don't want anything to do with you guys. They don't really want to associate with you guys. Or they just think you guys are idiots and they won't even say it. Well, I'll openly say it. At least I'll say when fans are being idiots, I'll say it. I'm honest, bro. Most of them, they're not. It's all just a facade that is played. I just don't do that, man. I have too much respect for you people because I'm just like you. So I'd rather be like you, but be honest. Be a fan, love the teams, but no, I'm not gonna mislead you people because you care too much, just like me. So I'm not gonna play with your feelings and build you up for something. Oh, they disappointed us. Yay. So you can't hurt me. I'm neutral here. I'm harmless. That's the game they play. I can't act. I'd rather just be myself. That's it. You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. We're all good. We move on. Life is good. By the way, we got 170 people watching, only 64 likes. You guys can get us like this over 100 right away. 100 right away. Like the counter can go quickly. It does. I hear it. I hear it when it goes like I hear it. So let's make the counter, please. Leon Fresco, thank you for the love on the super chat, sir. He says, biggest fear is that Tua is now Russell Wilson playing scared territory. He is married, content, and doesn't want permanent injury. Well, dude, you only have 2 seconds to throw. You don't have a coach that helps you. Go back and listen to my segment yesterday, or you already made it a rant about Kevin O'Connell. Go look at what he's playing for. And yeah, you don't have time, bro. You don't have a running game. You don't have a coach that knows what the hell he's doing. So it's disgraceful. It just is. Corso, thank you also for the super chat. He says, I feel like Rose from the Titanic. It's been 45 years. What you got, man?
Oh, there was a stat with who'd Green Bay play this week? Why am I drawing a blank?
Oh, 83. Come on, let's go. Let's go. We got 17 more to at least get to 100. Got 180 watching. What were you saying?
Who'd Green Bay play this week? Why am I drawing a blank on this?
Green Bay. The Packers. The Packers played the Lions. They kicked their ass 27-13.
Okay, it was Jared Goff. Okay, there's a stat where Jared Goff.
He was 31 of 39, 225, a touchdown and interceptions.
He had 2.6 seconds to throw the ball when Cowboy Parsons was on the play. He had 4.6 seconds to throw when he wasn't on the rush, when he wasn't on the field.
When does Tua get 4.6 seconds?
I was like 4.6. Damn.
Tua doesn't get 3, bro. And you practice with a 2.8 second clock in practice.
And thank everybody that started throwing them in there. Appreciate you.
There you go. Thank you. Yes. Les Jams and Juan and Lenny, thank you. Appreciate you all out there as always. Studley. Jay Gelfin, there's another guy that knows me. He knows me really well. Oh, I've known you for over 25 years on and off the air. You are who you are, my brother. Yeah. Just not going to, I don't play with your feelings to like, and ho-hum and they got a chance, this, that. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you, no, they don't have a chance. I hope they win, dude, but no, this is not going to be good. And that's just kind of the way it goes. Sorry. I just would rather do it that way, Big O, one thing that both Flores and McDaniel have in common, setting two up for failure. Yes. Yeah. Well, they don't know how to handle a quarterback. One didn't even know how to put an offensive staff together. So he doesn't know offense anyways, but he hated the guy anyway. And so he couldn't build an offensive staff. This guy just thinks he knows, but he really doesn't. It's just, and we all build ourselves up and we see Ollie Gordon and we think, oh, they got Madison, they got Gordon, they Jay Wright, all that stuff. And you're like, all right, they're going to try to add more power to the power running game. They went and signed the guards and all that. And it's like I told Furonis yesterday. Here, let me read the reply from Furonis yesterday. He posted a question that he asked folks. I'm going to read it exactly word for word because you tell me if you would argue with this at all in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Where the hell is it? Here it is. He goes, going through the personal reasons why the Dolphins felt the Dolphins could be more physical offensively. And wait a minute, hold on a second. Here we go. He goes. It says, going through the personal reasons why we felt the Dolphins could be more physical offensively in 2025. Guard James McDaniel, he put IR. Jalen Wright missing multiple weeks. Running back Alexander Madison, season-ending IR. Ollie Gordon, 2 carries week 1, and then Jonas Savaiinaea, right? All that stuff, right? But then I followed up and I said, add lack of commitment to running game overall. Can't develop the habit without the attitude. And when I read you the play-by-play sheet with Kevin O'Connell, weren't there a couple of stinkers in there or a couple of 3-yarders and a loss of no yards? But the commitment was there. And stay with it, because you'll pop it if you're committed to it. So even if James Daniels goes out, you still have to have the same attitude that you can run the football. But you should have had that attitude from the second you started the game, which you failed to do that. And all you have to do is just look at one drive after another drive after another drive after another drive. There is no pure commitment to running. And if there is no attitude to running, that's why the preseason is a load of shit. Trader was barely even practicing in the preseason, and he played like crazy now. Wait a minute, but I went to practice, and Trader wasn't getting those reps. Well, that's because your practice that you watch now is bullcrap, and you learn nothing. You know nothing. So again, like I told you before yesterday in a rant, don't ever let anybody tell you, I go to practice. You don't know anything in practice. All you're doing is roll call. Who's here, who's not, who's injured, who's got some kind of wrap on their knee or whatever. That's all you can find out. Outside of that, you're not going to learn anything about a team because they don't show you anything in training camp and in preseason. And that's why everybody gets fooled. And they're like, oh, my God, well, this wasn't going on. That wasn't going on. Well, that's because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes because they don't show you anything. So it's just ridiculous. Canelo Crawford, going to be a great fight. That's all we can talk about, man. I'm looking forward to it. That's really all we get to. I would love. Those are one of the few fights that I would like to cover. Right there. That's like a real boxing match. Thank God we're going to have a real boxing match this weekend. Jesus, we haven't had one in forever. McDaniel's quote from his press conference: "I rely on direct communication in another 25-minute conference. May I add? I've known for a few super smart people who make really dumb decisions. McD is one of those type of guys." Yeah, exactly. Mountain Man says McDaniel is one of the worst, if not the worst coach the Dolphins have ever had. That includes Cam Cameron. My money is if the Dolphins get blown out at home, McDaniel's gone. Probably. If he gets blown out by New England, that'll be bad. That'll be bad. But there's no doubt that if he loses to New England, you know they're going to lose to Buffalo. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. There's no way you keep him. No way. No freaking way. Thank you, Tommy. Big O, he does not sugarcoat BS. Thank you. It's just the way we do it, man. And plenty of people appreciate it, but I know there's a shit ton that don't. And that's all right, man. That's all good. You know, to each his own. Everybody likes their own style, and I understand all of that, and I'm good with that. Nyborg says, good afternoon. I'm calling for a Dolphins Nation boycott of Week 4 Monday Night Football game if McDaniel's still the head coach after Buffalo. I mean, I'm not for banners. They're now raising money for a banner. No banner has ever done a goddamn thing to change anything in the NFL. Just want you guys to know you can fly all your stupid banners. It's just buy Bitcoin instead. Really, the stupid money you're wasting on the banner, okay? If you want it just for your own purposes, so you can have video and maybe they get it on the news and, hey, that was me or some. If that's what you need, then you know what? More power to you. Go for it, bro. Go for it and do it. But if you actually think it's going to make a difference, it never has and it never will. And boycotts of the NFL never have, never will. They've had strikes, and we go back to watch the scrubs. This is a Teflon league. We had women wearing shirts, free Ray Rice. Do you know what kind of a stupid ass bitch you've got to be to wear a shirt that says free Ray Rice because you're a dumbass Neanderthal female football fan and that man just beat his woman, and just because you want your running back that averages 3 yards a carry, your dumbass will wear that shirt. Women wore that shirt. That's what this league has done to this country. It is a drug that we cannot be without. So you can ask for a boycott. It's not going to happen. Not with the NFL, dude. Now they won't even boycott the Marlins. We still have people that go to the Marlins, and they will not spend anything. Just grasp that one. Okay? I mean, we had people that got suckered by a streak for a month and a half because they play baseball, and people are like starting to convince themselves, oh no, they know what they're doing, and oh no, this is the start of something great or whatever. And it's like, no, dude, this is baseball. It's 160 games. Sometimes teams get on a lucky roll, and then they go back to being what they are, and oh, I'm sorry, they're back to what they are. You know, that's just the world we live in. We like to lie to ourselves about all of this because we love the team so much. We're so fanatical. We still go to Marlins game. Not me. I would never go to a Marlins game, even if you gave me the tickets. You know, but
I don't know if it's happened yet or not. There's a $1 hot dog night going on at Lone Depot Park.
Yeah, and Dairy Queen is sponsoring it.
It is. You may want to be a part of it. Just saying. Just saying.
So you guys can organize boycotts. You can buy your banners. You're not going to move the needle. They don't give a shit about you guys. You do know that, right? You do know that the NFL does not give a shit about the fan. You do not make an impact whatsoever. You are chump change in their ashtray. They care about sponsors. They care about street ticket holders. They care about TV contracts. That's what brings in the fat money. The seats, that ain't shit, dude. That ain't shit. Those 60, 70,000 seats, 50,000, 55, whatever your NFL team, they don't care about those seats. It's nothing money. That's funny money. That's monopoly. That's nothing. That's the problem with fans. They think like they control. They control nothing. You don't move the needle at all. And none of you have the Browns have been the Browns forever, and they still go. Detroit Lions fans finally have some success, but it's like 50 years of nothing. Or 60, 70 years. I'm sorry, because it's not since the 50s that they won when it wasn't even the NFL that is now. It was that old ass NFL with like 12 teams and shit. And they still went. Lions fans went. You can boycott whatever you think you're going to boycott. Most people won't join your boycott, and it won't make a damn bit of difference, dude. So don't waste your time with boycotts. Don't waste your time with stupid banners. That's all a waste of time and money. Put time and money into Bitcoin instead, and it'll grow. That's my advice for all of you out there. Put time and money into Bitcoin, baby. That'll grow. Waste your money on some stupid-ass banner. That's ridiculous. Grow the hell up. You're not going to do a damn thing, dude. By the way, here at Toyota of Hollywood, you can do a lot. The #1 volume Toyota dealership here in the Southeast United States. We've got the Camry LE sedan right now. $299 a month. Come on down. We've got over 2,000 Toyotas in stock, over 1,200 new Toyotas right now, and they're open till midnight. So you're thinking, man, I get home at 5 or 6. These dealerships are about to close. It's a process. No, come on out here. Wait a minute. It's raining. We got thousands of cars under roof. Wait a minute. It's hot and humid. Thousands of cars under roof. Hold on. I went on to this dealership, and I'm interested in this Camry, and they've got 3 of them. That's it? Well, you come here, and you've got like 50 Camrys. One that's got a sunroof, another one's got leather packages, red, blue, black, green, yellow, whatever colors they come in, they got them here. That's the beauty of coming out here to Toyota of Hollywood. You get to shop in comfort. You get to pick the car you want, the color you want, the model you want, the style you want, and the price you want. See Herbie Lopez and all the great people out here at Toyota of Hollywood. Tell them that I sent you, and I promise you they'll take care of you here at Toyota of Hollywood. All right. What else do we have here? Bag on Head. Thank you for the love on the super chat. He says, marketing idea for the Finns, no bobbleheads. First 25,000 fans get a team autograph vomit bag, reusable, of course. I like it. I like how you are thinking of people by making it reusable. Well, you just wash it out. You put it in the sink and you wash it out. You dump it out, and that's it. And leave it there in the sink at the stadium, and let them deal with it. That's all. I mean, they give you crap, give it back. Just a big dump. Right, you should have one big dumpster where everybody can just throw their barf. That'll be just so tasty to walk by. Even thinking about it right now, huh? Delicious for lunchtime. Big O, what is your take on Ross and his rep as an owner among coaches and GMs? Do top coaches or GMs avoid working for him? I ask because the last truly prestigious people we had were Huizinga's hires. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, as you become worse and worse, you will have to hit on a long shot. You're not going to get the best candidates anymore because the best candidates will go to the more stable teams and the better and more consistent owners. So, yeah, I think that Stephen Ross is a guy that is he's a first-tier owner in the sense that he'll spend. But now nobody can really take him serious because he hasn't gotten the results. So, yeah, that's why this is why I want Weaver. This is why I feel this season is so important as a transition year. You transition fiscally, and then at the same time, you transition with a coach. Because if you hang on to McD for the entire year, you have another failed year, which is what's going to happen, and you're going to lose people and everything and all that, then at the end of the year, Weaver is a free agent, and he's able to go wherever he wants. And now he's been here for a couple of years, knows the dysfunction, and if he sees anything else that he thinks is better, he's gone. So if you get him now during the season, during interim, you can find out if he's got it. If you put him out there for several games and you're like, hey, no, there's something here we can build on. Or it's a disaster, he's not ready for it, whatever. At the end of the year, you can move on, and that's it. And at least you kind of feel a little better about it. And then you can go out. But if he is the guy, and you lost Dan Campbell once, and he wasn't ready when you had him here. But one thing we've learned, if they show you something, maybe we need to stick with the guy that we can grow with. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want the guy that doesn't know what he's doing, like Cam Cameron, can't reach people. Or an Adam Gase that can't communicate with people and is inconsistent in his play calling. A Tony Sperano who was way too conservative as a head coach and affected everything you did as an offense. All these once there was also way too conservative and affected you and could not fix the offense. So if I can find out at least from Weaver, do I have something here or not? I can at least feel better by the end of the year. But I don't want to get to the end of the year and lose Weaver and not find out. Not take a chance. Because I know what I have already in this guy. You know me, I wanted him fired last year in the Colts game. That's when I drew the line. I said, that's it. It's over with me. I cannot stand this guy anymore. And I was done in the Colts. I was already like donezo, but the Colts game was my final straw with him. Like, I could not, you had to fire him, and I wanted Vrabel at that moment because I wanted Vrabel before the open market became available. And then the open market became available, and Vrabel went to New England. Shit. So I want to find out about Weaver. That's my method behind the madness right now. That's the way I look at it. I don't want Weaver to leave this building without me finding out whether he's got the goods or not. That's all. And as like any Dolphin fan, again, I'm brutally honest here. I'm in a desperate strait. You know, I know Gruden is not the guy. That's for sure. I'm not falling for that. But you got to get somebody young, somebody that can adjust to what's going on. And for me, I want to find out if Anthony Weaver is the guy. Shang Tu Sheng. Oh, can you see Greer moving on to senior role and Allen get promoted to GM and Fish hire Gruden? No, I don't see any of that. And Gruden would want personnel control. And the last thing I would want to give that guy is anything. I don't want him as my head coach, and I don't want anything to do with him in personnel. That would be a complete joke. I would laugh at the Dolphins. You know, I would do the same thing. You would hate me, but was I wrong? Again, here we go back, Corso. Okay? They hired Joe Philbin. I've told the story many times. The second they hired him, I said, this is a disaster. Give him a chance. Well, do you have any insight on the Green Bay building? No, you don't, but I did. So the people in the Green Bay building were telling me, like, what are you guys doing over there? How do you hire that guy? And I'm like, what? And so then I went on the air confidently saying this will be a disaster. 4 years later, 5 years later, we wasted, and what was it? A disaster. I am just going to be me, dude. And you may like it, and you may hate it, but at least it's brutally honest. Miles Deep, good morning to you, because you're in Vegas. You are right. I'm always finally off late start. I'm always forever a Dolphin fan, excited for the Canes and the Panthers coming up in hockey. We get extra games. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Canes and Panthers, man. That's what we got to look forward to. Canes will carry us for the football season, and the Panthers will carry us for the winter. You know, with the Heat, it's a matter of watching some of the young guys and hope that they develop. Like I told Ira, the Heat are now down to potluck. They got to hope that one of their draft picks turns out to be Dwayne Wade II. That you draft a kid, that he becomes, whether it's Jokic, whether it's Ware, Yakuchonis, Pella Larson, whatever, that's what you're down to. You're down to drafting a kid in the middle to late first round or second, and then you get lucky and you hit on, like Jokic, right? Isn't Jokic wasn't Jokic from the Nuggets like a late first round pick or some shit? He was in the second round. Wow. No, but I know it was like, it's late. It's like late. But that's what the Heat are down to. That's it. The Heat are down to lightning in a bottle where some guy that they drafted and, you know, they liked him, but they didn't expect him to become a super. That's it. What second round?
Second round, 41st overall.
See, that's what the Heat are down to because they refuse to go the other way. So we have to sit there and just pray. So, yes, the Panthers, there's no doubt we can count on them. And I think the Canes now are the team that you can definitely – the Dolphins are nowhere near. Marlins will never be there, obviously. And Inter Miami is a disaster. You can't let the inmate run the asylum. Okay? Sometimes it's inmates, but with Inter Miami, it's just one inmate. And I don't care who he is, you can't allow him to run your asylum. If you do, and when you allow an inmate to run the asylum, you end up trading for Kyle Lowry. Really smart organizations do that. Yes, sir.
The Miami Heat put out an all-star sighting in the gym.
Butler came to visit or something?
Tyler Hero shooting around.
Oh, Tyler Hero. Okay. Butler would have been good. Just, Big O, I like Cliff Kingsbury for the Finns. I know he had one chance already, but I think some guys deserve a second try. I don't know, bro. I want a guy that can that will have a run-based offense. Okay? You got the passer. You need to get the running game going. It's balance. So Ragin transitioning to Weaver now also means adapting the good coaches we do now have. Yeah, I mean, whatever, either way. Let's see. Chef Joey Donuts, the bros calling for Belichick and Gruden should be forced to clean said vomit bags. I like that, Chef Joey Donuts, and I agree with you 100%. I mean, Belichick and Gruden. I mean, who would even think about Belichick at this point? That's insanity. It's crazy. I wouldn't want anything to do with Belichick at this point. Who does he play against this week? North Carolina. What's the point spread in that game too, man? I got some money. I can enjoy watching that man lose, like a lot. Huh? Oh, the Spider. Well, let me tell you something. You can't screw around with the Richmond Spiders. Well, that's a bye week. UCF is a bye week. UCF is easy. But the Richmond Spiders are like that team are they 1-0 or are they 0-1, Richmond? Because they probably had to take a couple of paydays early they're 1-1. Wow. Richmond always has like one or two NFL players in the draft, and you're like, what the hell, dude? So what's the point spread? All right. Let's see. I hear all I'm saying, it's the first game. Shouldn't Mike be prepared by now? Mike should have been. He had months to prepare for this, and that is just disgusting. Big O, can you give a blind-ass fan alert to Shang? He said Gruden is a proven leader and knows football. Yeah, well, I don't think they paid attention to how he destroyed Tampa after getting there. They won the title, and then it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. It's bad. I know some stories and stuff with him there. It was not good, man. And by the way, the guy that's a quarterback guru has never drafted and developed his own quarterback. So I guess he doesn't know that much. You know what I'm saying? When I look at Kevin O'Connell, man, he gets the best out of any quarterback that goes there. That's a quarterback guru. There's no spread. There's no spread. How about Jordan Hudson? Is there a Jordan Hudson spread? I'd rather see that. Although when you look at Jordan Hudson, you're like, wow, there's like old geezer prints all over her. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, but hey, good old Bill, he's in heaven. Telling you, Bill Belichick is in heaven before he gets to heaven. You're 75, you're having sex with somebody that's a third of your age. You know, your skin is leather, hers is buttermilk. You know, it's like sandpaper, and it's like sex with sandpaper. What does she do? She has sex with sandpaper. She must, it must not be a pretty sight. She must take days to recover after sex with him. I mean, sex with sandpaper, that leathery ass skin. Oh, that's bad, right? That's a bad, right? You all are thinking, you're driving, you're sitting in your office going, oh, why'd you do this to me? Sex with sandpaper.
A lot of people are probably not wanting to picture this.
Yeah, they don't want to picture that.
And by the way, North Carolina, 8-point favorites. Over-under is at 50.5.
They're 8-point favorites. I'm thinking of taking Richmond. Is it at Richmond? I bet you it's at Richmond because it's 8 points. Nah, it's probably in North. They're probably they don't have a home and home. It's at Chapelville. Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, and by the way, give Shang Tu-Sheng a blind ass fan alert. I mean, if definitely a guy that
blind ass fan alert. Look out, everyone. We've got a blind ass fan coming through.
you haven't drafted and developed your own quarterback and they call you the quarterback guru, yeah, that doesn't fly, Shang Tu-Sheng. It just doesn't. Sorry. Toby says the Dolphins team is complete disaster. Probably the worst Dolphins team I've seen in 40 years. They're a mess from top to bottom. Okay, Toby, so explain to me this. Please explain to me this. Why were people making a case that they were going to win 9, 10, 11 games? I just want to know. If it's the worst team in 40 years, okay, I don't know if it's really that because there's some other teams I can think of that were pretty bad. I just think the coach is really bad. But it's just, I find it hilarious that just like a week ago, we have people trying to spin because, of course, they can't really be honest with you. So, and they don't want to look like that's the other thing we have on TV, on radio, and even some in print. They're afraid of looking like the bad guy or the bad girl. And that they have to give you the bad. Oh, no, I think that, so they'll give you like, oh, I think they're going to win 10-7. And I think they're going to turn the corner this year. And then they get off the air or turn off the mic and go, oh, there's no hell. No, those people win 6 games. And they like completely lied to you. This happens all the time. Ross needs to bring Ron Wolf in to run everything, control everything. Is Ron Wolf still with us? I didn't know that. Ron's got to be pretty old, by the way. Ron has got to be close to 90, 86. I'm pretty good. Close to 90. Come on, Big O. Need to offer those reusable barf bags if you're describing Belichick getting low. Touche, my friend. Touche. Rages says, Tony, the 1-16 team was much worse than this. It was. It's just that this guy's like a really bad coach. That's really what it is. It's a really bad coach. Remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. Austin Jackson with the toe. He's not going to play this week. I bet you when they talk about practice today, he won't be practicing.
He said, that's why I brought up the Larry Forum. He said they're practicing as in Larry Borum is playing this week.
Of course.
That's the way they're practicing.
Now I got to say, why wouldn't I, Kendall Lamb, is he banged up? Does he have like some kind of an injury because he was inactive? So, because I like him at right tackle. I don't like Larry Borum at right tackle. Now, I'm not sure if Kendall Lamb is 100%. Okay, so maybe there's something to that. But I would imagine Keon is probably going to, my boy Keon's going to play right guard then. All right. I that part I don't know. See, I can't answer. And as I've told you guys over the years, I find out a lot of things about what goes on with the Dolphins. You guys know that. There's one area that gets clammed up constantly. What have I mentioned? Injuries. Constantly. And it's something that I respect it and I get it. they don't like talking about injuries. When they clam up, they already gave it to me that at least it's an injury. So I don't know how bad it is, what it is, or whatever, but I will get dead end every time when it comes to injuries. So that's one thing that's just kind of been consistent over time. So that part with Kendall, I don't know. But in general, and from what you and I know, would you want Kendall Lamb or Larry Borum playing right tackle? I think we would all agree that Kendall Lamb from what we know. And I don't think we were impressed with anything with Larry Borum as it's been so far. So we'll see what happens. But I just feel bad for Tua, man. Because they're not going to run the ball again. And they're going to, he's going to do all the stupid things that he continues to do. Print the shirts now. Weaver Believer. I like that. From top to bottom. GM sucks, coach sucks, players suck, play calling sucks. Toby doesn't like anything. Jasper says this roster is depleted, but still pretty good. Flores' first-year roster was minor league. 1-16 team was equally bad. This year's roster is nowhere near the crappiness of those rosters. Jasper, I agree. Let's see. Bag on Head says, Big O, you're my sports go-to, but don't forget, after all you said about the Dolphins, you bet on them last week. Are we allowed to call you out? Yes. I called myself out. I called myself out before the game. I said I was stupid enough to bet on the Dolphins. I called myself a dumbass for betting on the Dolphins because you're a dumbass if you bet on the Dolphins. But yet, I gave them the benefit of the doubt because I didn't think the Colts were that good, but it's just that our coach is that bad. So, yeah, dude, yes, call me out, blind-ass fan, Greg, give me the alert, whatever, I deserve it all. I'm just as guilty as you guys on that sometimes.
I'm in one of those leagues where you pick the games.
Right.
The 16, straight up the win, yeah.
Yeah.
And I left that one blank. Because I'm like, again, it's what I said as I was doing all the pick. It could be a win. It definitely could be a loss. But after watching what I saw, and again, that I saw what that team looked like last Sunday.
Yeah.
I just do not feel that they're going to win. And it hurts to hit to circle the Patriots as winning that game hurts.
So you place James Daniels now on IR. You're going to end up playing Larry Borman at right tackle, Keon Smith at right guard. You don't commit to the run. Your team still isn't prepared before the snap. You still can't get plays in on time. And you must win against the Patriots after a disgusting loss. Can Mike McDaniel do what he's never done before? Overcome adversity. You're in Buffalo the first year, and the idiot forgets what down it is. He creates his own adversity. All right. Are we back? All right, we're back. Here we are. Sorry. Thank you for hanging in there. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button. And you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. So
Friends, Romans, and countrymen. Friends, Romans, and countrymen, epic deals await you at Toyota of Hollywood. You don't have to battle to get discounts of up to $4,500. Your chariot awaits. A Toyota Corolla, not $24,000, $19,988. Step into our arena where everyone is victorious at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
All right. We are attempting again. Hopefully we will stay on this time. All right. Appreciate you all out there hanging in there. I don't know, some internet issues. It's a hard line and all, but it's just one of those deals. Sometimes that happens. I appreciate you all hanging in there. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today is that we have to see something we've never seen before. And whether it's his first year where he doesn't know the down in a playoff game, or whether it's falling behind in a game, whether it's not knowing that Tyreek and Waddle have taken the play off on 3rd and 16 against Green Bay, and there's Chosen and the other guy, and the coach didn't know. When you're not aware of your surroundings, when you don't know how to overcome, and this week you're going to have your right tackle and your right guard out. So Larry Borom and Keon Smith are going to start. That's more adversity. This man is not known for overcoming adversity. When his former coworker Staley was the head coach for the Chargers, he put him through a ringer all day long and embarrassed him. McDaniel could not counter, just like this past week. He could not counter what they were doing to him defensively. And then he met Staley a year later and won the game because it took him a year to adjust to what he knew Brandon Staley was going to bring. That's not what this world is about. So now you're going to go into a game where you couldn't perform with your starters on the right side, even though one of them didn't play very long. But now you're going to have two backups, one that really was not very impressive in the preseason, and the other kid is young in Keon. Hasn't even really been put in these kind of positions yet, and he's coming off major surgery. We're asking him to overcome all the adversity that he creates himself on a weekly basis by not getting plays in on time, by his players not knowing where they've got to line up. That's embarrassing. By not sticking to the run, by not even creating the threat of the run game. They gave you a big back, you chose not to use them. They give you big receivers, you choose not to use them. You create your own adversity. And here's a man that doesn't know how to overcome adversity. So that's why when we look at it, we're asking Mike McDaniel to do something he's never done. He's not Eric Spoelstra, dude. He's not Pat Riley that after you made a trade and you got like 8 guys on the roster, the minimum that you can have, and, you know, Rex Chapman goes off for 39 and you win against the Bulls and shit, and that's not who he is. He's not Don Shula that in a year where you've got the scabs and you still get to the Super Bowl with 2 quarterbacks named Woodstock. That's not who he is. He's not the guy that, like Eric Spoelstra, you're going to give him a bunch of scrubberinis who would never perform anywhere, and yet all of a sudden he gets them to perform like 31-10 in the second half of a season. It's not who he is. It's just not who he is. So we're asking him to do something he's never done. And some of you are sitting there expecting him or hoping for him to do what he's never done. And it's just unrealistic. It's not a great roster. You need a great coach to really milk a winning record out of this. It's almost impossible. This is why I picked them to have a losing record. Why? Because I said there's no way you're going to have a perfect season where everybody's going to stay healthy. You're a thin-ass roster. And you're going to have injuries. Guess what? Week 1, here we are. We're already with injuries because that's the NFL. There's all kinds of teams that have, it's not just the Dolphins. The Niners are real. They're one of the most injured teams, more than even the Dolphins the last few years, believe it or not. Texans got a bunch of injuries on the offensive line. That shit goes like that, man. So you're going to have to deal with injuries, and that's more adversity. So we're asking a coach who creates his own adversity, can't overcome adversity to overcome everything that's going on. It's impossible. It's impossible. When you've never shown to be that person, and by the way, when you stand there at the podium, you don't have any of the answers. What kind of an answer is that for Darren Waller? Do you think any team gives a shit about Darren Waller? Do you think anybody is afraid of Darren Waller? Well, why are you, I won't know until later in the week and this, whatever. Bro, just say he's not playing and that's it. Move on. Nobody schemes against Darren Waller. Where are we? 6 years ago? We're in a time warp or something? Did we get into a hot tub time machine? I'm sorry, I must have missed it. Only idiot Dolphin fans that try to convince themselves that by signing this bum, he's going to become what he was for a really short window again. Come on, man. What are we, 10 years old? We live in fantasy land? Did what's it called? The Fresh Prince come and pop out of the bottle and give you a wish? Was he dressed up as the genie? I mean, give me a break. So this is a man that cannot overcome adversity. And all he does is create adversity. And we are expecting him to take this team out of the abyss. Get the hell out of here with that. So you could go ahead if you want to drive yourself crazy, but there's no way that this man will get this out of the abyss. What do you got? How can anyone expect McDaniel to succeed with all this negativity surrounding the team and the fan base? Yeah. There's a soft-ass fan. There we go. There's the little bitch fans that think that anything that we say control. Again, I guess Mitch wasn't listening. We were ripping the Panthers when they were weak and soft. And guess what? They toughened up. And we ripped them for a long time. And they toughened up, and now they have everybody's respect. And now we rip the Heat for not knowing what the hell they're doing. The Dolphins, we've been ripping for 45 years. Nothing new there. But again, this is not a show for you, Mitch. It's not for the weak. We're here with honesty. We're not here for weakness. That's what you are, Mitch. Don't forget to smash the hell out of like button. Do it for the weak-ass Mitch. The Mitch bitch. Joey says, I just realized Laramie Tunsil is with the Commanders. Still an absolute beast. What did we even do with the 2 first-round picks? We should have kept Tunsil. McDaniel took today's episode personally and cut the internet at Toyota. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Let's see. What else do we have? Big O using smoke signals. Caspa, buy now, says Hank Johnson. Buy now, buy months ago, stack the Caspa. Not that I'm a financial advisor, of course. And that'll be a long play. Don't let people sell you that that's a short play and it's going to pop and all. It's a long play. It's a good one, but it's a long play. Okay, so have patience if you're investing in Caspa. Just have a lot of patience. Got to get the smart contracts in. Then we've got to. Caspa is facing the same problems that Bitcoin faced. Okay, and that's what a lot of Caspa people don't even understand themselves. Caspa will become money. Okay, it's just a lot of people are keeping it down right now. And there's a lot of people like Mara. They know. They know that the same characteristics of Bitcoin is in Caspa. No crypto has that because they're not Caspa and they're not Bitcoin. But again, Bitcoin was shit on and wasn't believed, was tried to stop and all that. We're going through the same things with Caspa. We'll have the disbelievers, we'll have the Bitcoiners that are like haters and all that, and because it's only Bitcoin and nothing else, the Bitcoin maxis, as we like to call them. I'm not that. I believe that there's a place for Bitcoin, obviously the king, but there's a place for a lot of other cryptos, not the thousands, but there's other ones like this one, like Avalanche, like Caspa. I think there's usage for it, but we people aren't educated enough yet, and that is our problem. Okay, this is why Bitcoin is not at $500,000 right now, because people don't have an education, don't really understand the money or Bitcoin. So if they don't understand what's going on with our money, our fiat system, and they don't understand Bitcoin, they got to then understand Caspa. And first they have to understand Bitcoin to then understand, holy shit, Caspa is the same and it's built the same way. And it has also the same scarcity and everything, all of it. Obviously there's more, but it's the same kind of characteristics. People don't know that yet. They're not educated enough. So it's going to take a little longer for Caspa. That's what I always tell people, to make sure, do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe thinking that you're getting a quick hit right now. Could it go to 20, 25 cents and 30, 40 cents? Yeah, sure. But the bigger gains, that's down the line. That's down the line. Okay. And that's where you got to give it a couple years. And then we're going to be really rocking. But it's a matter of education first and foremost for Caspa. We're just getting there now with Bitcoin. Just getting there now, starting right now. Let's see. Big O, you're not a radio host anymore or a Dolphins reporter. You're the doctor psychologist for the Miami Dolphins Insane Asylum Addiction. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. That's because I suffer from the same pains that all of you have. Dude did it to himself last year, scheduling every meeting at practice at every 24 or on the hour of 24 years of no playoff victories. Everyone outside of Miami heard that and was clowning it. Yeah, it's just, Big O, when are we using the slogan again? What slogan? Oh, tune up this year and Super Bowl next year. Yeah, huh? Yeah. Give me a blind ass fan alert for that. Let's go.
Blind ass fan alert. Look out, everyone. We've got a blind ass fan coming through.
That's me. That is me. As for Jasmine, someone's asking. Jasmine is up 1.5 right now, and it is at a 1.50. So doing pretty good. Not bad. Not great. I got it I'm down at a 33rd of a penny, which is, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I'm at a 33rd of a penny, so I'm close to 5x. Patience is what you got. I mean, it all depends on when you got in and when you got out. Obviously, it went all the way to 4.5 cents. So people had plenty of opportunities to take profits there. And I expect it to bounce back. But like all altcoins, now's when altcoin season is starting. So we shall see when we get off the train. We shall find out, but I'm still there. I'm still there with my Jasmine. My Jasmine's not moving at all. Have not touched it yet. What else do we have? Big O, my group is going to Minnesota next year. Have you been to that road game? No, I have not. I have not been to Minnesota. Great place. I got a friend of mine that's got a big old, he owns a big old restaurant bar out there. He's invited me 50 times over the years. And he's like, come on, man, you could do your show here every day if you want, and all that. He's really, really good dude. But no, I have not made the trek to Minnesota ever. Let's see. What else do we have going on in the world of sports? Oh, what else? What else? What else? Oh, by the way, do you go to Chick-fil-A? Jersey Mike's? Do you use the app? Not all the time. I got to tell you guys this. There's just a little secret because I go to Jersey Mike's and Chick-fil-A religiously. Download the apps, and every time you go, just order through the app. Never order on your own, or always take a moment to order on the app. It's really fast. It's super convenient. Plus, the points build up, and you end up getting free shit all the time. Like, I end up getting a Jersey Mike's sub for free after I don't know how many trips I go to, but eventually I get it. And like on Wednesdays, I think like today, like it's double the points, and I know that. So instead of 6, I'll get 12 points for the sub I get, something like that. And like today for Chick-fil-A, no matter where I'm going, I always use the app, and I accumulate the points. I never order on my own anymore. I always order through the app, and plus it's quick. It's really fast. And today I got my sandwich for free. So I'm just a suggestion. If you go to Chick-fil-A and Jersey Mike's, which I use religiously, go order every time through the app. Save yourself the money, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go, you might as well get points for it every time. And it builds up, and before you know it, you got yourself a free sub, a free chicken biscuit or a sandwich. It's a beautiful thing, too. And if you go enough, I'm just saying. But those apps are awesome, and it makes it super convenient. And by the way, the Chick-fil-A app, if they have the 2 lanes, the one for the mobile app and then the regular people ordering, oh, dude, the one by Pembroke Pines, that one has it. The one by my house doesn't have it, but that one has it. And I love it because I order through the mobile app, and I end up skipping 3, 4, 5 cars in the process. It's awesome. You order by the app, and then you put it on the board, and it picks it up, and your order's in right away. You don't even have to deal with anybody. It's awesome. So just a suggestion: if you use Chick-fil-A or Jersey Mike's, live by the app, dude. You'll remember me. You'll thank me. You're going to go, damn, I got another free sandwich. Thanks, you're going to love it. What do we have here going on in the world of sports? Bag says, I use the apps everywhere. Crazy not to unless you enjoy wasting money. Exactly. Dougie Fresh says, music producer Rick Beto interviewed Les Claypool yesterday on YouTube, and it was epic. I'll check it out. Beto does a good job. Does a really good job. I like him. Lisa says, we all have dolphin derangement syndrome. Yes, we do. Gonzo says, Big O, in your opinion, has Mike... Dude, Mike, there's no respect for Mike in that building. I've been telling you this for months. Maybe an entire year. There's no respect for Mike in that building. People don't believe in that guy. Proof is in the pudding, dude. That's been gone a while ago. That's a country club there, man. That's what you're watching there. You're watching the only country club that is more country club than the Dolphins is. There's only one country club sweeter than the Dolphins. Come on, think about it. One more team. They're in spitting distance. Are you serious? You didn't pick it up with that clue. They're in spitting distance. Inter Miami? Jesus. Anyway, the Messi Country Club is there. That's a country club. That's a country club. Okay? It's what?
If you're a Messiite.
Yeah. But
the
it's
other ones, you're You're on the
Right.
chopping block. You get sent away.
You get sent away because it's part of the messy country
Boarding
club.
school.
Yeah, he just brings in his friends. That's what we have. We have in Davie a country club by Mike McDaniel, and we have one with Messi and the Moss brothers at Inter Miami. Those two places can't be taken serious. That leadership can't be taken serious. That's all. So, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, or Solana donation. Peter German, thank you for the love on Venmo, sir. He says the biggest issue with McDaniel is he has never grown into a head coach. He is stubborn, unwilling to change, and does know how to make players better, or doesn't know how to make players better. You are correct, sir. You are correct, Peter. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for your generosity. Cash App or Venmo. And we always encourage Cash App or Venmo anytime you're listening, watching, because we get 100% of the donation. We appreciate the ones on YouTube, but we only get 70%. And by the way, visit our friends here at Toyota of Hollywood. They know how to get it done. Herbie Lopez is amazing. Got a couple restaurants and a Subways here. So while you're getting your car serviced, if you got to change the oil, rotate the tires, get new tires, whatever it is you're doing, you got a great lounge area there, ton of TVs all over the place. It is ginormous and comfortable out here, man. So come on out here to Toyota of Hollywood. You will have a good time, either purchasing, leasing a vehicle, or even getting it serviced out here. Thanks to Herbie Lopez, who has created just an absolutely amazing atmosphere. By the way, that's a badass Corolla. That Corolla right there, that like dark purplish Corolla, that is super, super nice. It's got a sports package. The black grille blends in well with the dark purple. The tinted glass. Damn, that shit is nice, dude. It's nice. Corollas aren't like they used to be. They are sharp as hell now. They did a nice job with that one. That is badass. Big O, you haven't been reviewing movies lately. I have not seen anything in the last almost 2 weeks. We're gonna go either today, tomorrow, something. The wife and I were thinking of going to the movies, so I will have a review very shortly. There hasn't been a lot of great movies that I'm dying to go see. So there's Caught Stealing is one that I want to go see. There's a couple. Let me see. And then, and by the way, tomorrow we get the new ones. So that's awesome. But let me see let me see which is the ones that I wanted to see. Caught Stealing. Like I told you, there isn't a lot. No, that's it. That's it. Caught Stealing is the only one that I really want to see. Everything else we've seen, pretty much. At least from what they have here. Yeah, no, that's it. That's all. So we'll see what comes out tomorrow. But yeah, Caught Stealing's one. So yeah, I haven't had like a ton that I'm dying to go see. So that's probably why we haven't hit the movies as much. So you haven't gotten a review from me. You know what? Let me do a little music before anything else. Because we love doing music as always. You all know that. Let's start off with musicians born on this date. September 10th. All right, here we go. Matthew Followill, lead guitarist with Kings of Leon, born in 1984. Milky Way, bassist with My Chemical Romance, born in 1980. Robin Goodridge with Bush, born in 1966. Sibon Fahey, singer with Bananarama. A little Cruel Summer for you. Pat Mastatello, drummer with Mr. Mister. Joe Perry, Aerosmith guitarist, born in 1950. Jose Feliciano, born in 1945. Danny Hutton from Three Dog Night, the singer, born in 1942. And Cynthia Lennon, first wife of John Lennon, born in 1939. All right, let's go with other famous people born on this day. Remember, if I don't give you the age, that means they are no longer with us. Like Pope Julius III, we just lost him in 1487, dude. I remember it like yesterday, seeing Pope Julius just addressing the hundreds in 1487. Hall of Fame golfer Arnold Palmer, born in 1929. Fashion designer Karl Lagerfeld, born in 1933. I remember the cologne bottle of Lagerfeld. It was like a skinny bottle. It had like a silver top, and then it had like a ring on it, the Lagerfeld bottle. If I remember correctly, that's how it was. Find me a bottle of men's Lagerfeld cologne. Tell me if it has that. Anyway, who else? Hall of Fame member Bob Lanier was born on this date in 1948. Political commentator Bill O'Reilly, born in 49. He is 76 today. Actress Amy Irving, born in 53. She is 72 today. Actress Kate Burton, born in 57. She's 68 today. See, I nailed it, didn't I? Yeah, baby. The memories. The memories. Exactly how I described it. Remember a Lagerfeld bottle. That's kind of crazy, huh? Colin Firth, born in 1960. He's 65. The amount of crap in this head is too much. Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Randy Johnson, the big unit, born in 63. He is 62. Entrepreneur Jack Ma, born in 64. He's 61 today. Musician Stevie D. DeCane from Buck Cherry, born in 66. He's 59. Hockey Hall of Famer Joey Nieuwendyk, born in 66. He's 59. Filmmaker Guy Ritchie, born in 68. He's 57. Big Daddy Kane, baby. Rapper, born in 68. He is 57 today. Actor Ryan Philippe, born in 74. He's 51. And that is it. Sean Stanley. Do you have wrestlers born on this date?
Yes, sir. Don the Rock Morocco turned 76. Kevin Keenan is 40. Masahiko Kimura was born on this date in 1917. Matt Morgan, he turns 49. Mr. Wrestling 2 was born on this date in 1934. Steve Kern turned 74. Superstar Billy Graham was born on this date in 1943. And Trevor Murdoch, he turns 45 on September 10th, 2025.
Superstar. All right. Anyway. Let's go with music history. What happened today in music? You're wondering, what happened? It's September 10th. Did something big happen today in music history? You're wondering. Well, we'll tell you. The Byrds in 65 began recording Turn, Turn, and Turn. Unlike their first hit, Mr. Tambourine Man, members of the group itself were permitted to play on the record rather than session musicians. Session musicians were doing their music. Because, it was only the Monkees. It's just like so unfair to the Monkees. Anyways, the Beatles in 66, on the year I was born, Revolver hit #1 on the album charts a position it would hold for 6 semanas. In 74, on this date, the New York Dolls split up. The band formed in 72 and made just 2 albums, 73s and 74s, Too Much Too Soon. In 75, Kiss released their first live album, Alive. The double album featured Rock and Roll All Night and proved to be one of the favorites of their catalog. Great live album. In 82, Peter Gabriel released his 4th studio album, known as Security in the US and Canada. It features singles Shock the Monkey and I Have the Touch and Wallflower. In 83, former Stevie Wonder guitarist Michael Cimbello started a 2-week run at number 1 on the US singles charts with She's a Maniac, Maniac. The track appeared in the film Flashdance, which to this day, still the hottest restaurant scene in all of television and film. No hotter restaurant scene than in Flashdance. That's all I got to say. And if you want, I guess you can YouTube Flashdance restaurant scene. Hot. 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 In 90, Vanilla Ice debuted his album To the Extreme. It featured Ice, Ice Baby. Dun, 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 dun. In 91, Nirvana's single Smells Like Teen Spirit was released in the U.S. The unexpected success of the song in late 91 propelled Nirvana's album Nevermind to the top of the charts at the start of 92, an event often marked as the point when alternative rock entered the mainstream. Grunge. It was grunge, dude, not alternative. It was grunge, man. Let's see, what else do we have here? In 2007, Susie released her debut album, Manta. It features singles Into the Swan, Here Comes That Day, and About to Happen. I love Susie and the Banshees. Let's see. Weezer in 2010 released her 8th studio album, Hurley. It features Memories. In 2013, The Weeknd released his debut studio album, Kissland. It features singles Kissland, Belong to the World, Love in the Sky, Live For, Pretty, and Wanderlust. In 2021, Casey Musgrave released her 5th studio album, Star-Crossed. It featured singles Justified and Camera Roll. And let's see if we got birthdays that weren't on that list, because sometimes it does happen. Jump blues legend Roy Brown was born on this date in 1920 or 25. They're not exactly sure to this day. That's pretty cool. Roy Ayers, by the way. Wow. He was born today. Legend, dude. 1940. He died in 2025 on March 4th. That's right. We did lose him this year. Let's see who else celebrating a birthday that maybe. Pete Mesteletto, drummer for XTC, King Crimson. Also, besides Mr. Mister, I did not know he was the drummer for XTC. That's a little nugget I didn't know. Johnny Mr. Fingers, Johnny Fingers, man. He's the keyboardist for the Boomtown Rats. Up all night. Born in he is 69 today. And that is it for music history. We got it done. There you go. Big O, just watch Flashdance restaurant scene. Gotta go now. I have something I need to do. It is. She's so freaking hot in that movie. It's just ridiculous how hot she is. Another level of hotness. You know what's also hot here at Toyota of Hollywood? They are hot. They got great deals out here. They got 2,000 vehicles. They've got over 1,200 new ones. So you've got a massive selection come on out here. Tell them that Big O sent you. Herbie Lopez, great people out here. We thank the great Sean Stanley, as always, getting it done. We appreciate all of you out there for tuning in. Don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button before you go. We shall see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are 10 to 1, 10 to 12 in studio. And then on Friday, same thing. But we're on the road. We're at Acura of Pembroke Pines. So come on out and join us. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, same bat channel. Have a great one.